We are live. Let me refresh and make sure you can see me and hear me and there's no echo. Last time we had technical difficulties, and I don't know why. Let me see. Let me check. So this part looks good. Don't know on your audio side. And if so, then we got to make adjustment. Let me see who's here. When and Lucky on eggs, Josh Leva, many fresh. William Perry, Rory Matt. Hold on. Last Christmas, last minute Chris buyers is gonna be buying crazy starting now. Lucky Alex says echo. Oh man. All right, let me see. Anybody else? My friend going to the final. There he is, Antonio. Dude, what's the deal with this mic? You sound like a DJ. Why does this happen? Okay, let me go back to audio and see. Okay, what about now? Is that a little bit better? Lots of echo. You go robot. Test. What about now? No. Mendez, what's up? RNJ Funky Finds. Steady. Oh, who saw red Air Maxes? We'll talk about those. Still? Okay. Let me go back. And okay, what about now? Echo. Now better. Retrospect gear. What's up? Original closet. Arslov. Also Crow. Love that reverb. Is that her now? Oh, Yaroslav said good. All right, so we're good. I can take this off. I'm just Shoe Monster. Nice hair Diplo. Rainy Chicago. Vegas Valet. RNJ Funky Finds says so. Funky Finds knows what's up. Danny, what up? Car Ram. Tony. Still echo, Danny? Saw a guy with Air Max. I was a little bit late because I went Burling first. Josh Leva. Luke says went to us today. Find 5 pairs of Air Max 17. Oh, it was back. Oh man! As soon as I put the headphones off. What about now? Echo came back. How does this happen? It did change. That's weird. Super weird. Okay, so now we should be good, right? Yo, and Palma, better, Danny. All right, at any point in this live show, Echo comes back, you let me know. But we should be good. Let me see. Let me go back up. Much better. There we go. Low volume, but it's gone with headphones on. Good now. Sneakers Envy. What's up? Rory Matt sounds great. All right, we're good to go. All right, Mendez Finds. All right, let me go back to the beginning. Who else was here? Demand Misinformation in Hand. What's up? William Perry. Rory Matt. Big Daddy Hacks. Hacks is tired. And the B. So the B is not here. He was also yesterday with Soul Stage on helping them sell items on whatnot. So this boy is everywhere. Brian, what's up, Rodolfo? So the B was in LA again. He's gone Hollywood. Hollywood Hulk Hogan B. With his whatnot manager, Gabe. He's kind of like the Eric Bischoff of their NWO. Vintage Profit. Let me see. Danny, yeah, be somewhere in the country. Yeah, so he's flying back. I talked to him today. He's flying back. But he's all over the place. Let me see who's here. Oh, Mendez fine. Oh, better now. All right, appreciate that. So we do have news. Going through sneaker news, we got reselling news, we got some of the finds. We're gonna go through that as usual. And then I see someone went crazy with hat inventory. Yeah, it's been crazy. I'm trying to figure everything out. I'm trying to do another big show for Friday. Oh, B has a live show tonight? Let me see. I don't know how. He's supposed to be on a plane. He's selling and flying. This guy's everywhere. Oh, I don't know if you can hear baby in the background. Baby was crying right now, yelling. Those lungs going strong. All right, before we get started, everybody done Christmas shopping? I mean, it's pretty easy at this point. Go to your inventory, look up things that haven't sold. It's been a lot of months. Easy gift. Done. Sure, someone might be like, size 14 cleats? But it's a gift. It's free. It's from you. That's all that matters. The B is going to be like NASCAR car. You'll be able to buy advertising space on his shirts. Just dip into the inventory. That's what it's there for. You move the bricks. Exactly. Everybody getting the bricks. Only had to get 3 gifts this year. Easy. Done. Bought myself a nice gift or 2. Sneakers Envy. I bet. Another GTR and a pair of Kobe's. This guy's insane. Last minute shopping. Oh, easy last minute shopping from your own inventory. Yes, sir. Giving everybody a know Vapor Max is for Christmas. They're like, damn, Vapor Max? Retail 180? They don't gotta know they're 44 at Burlington. Maybe it's not their size, but again, it's a gift. Is there a big difference between, say, 5% and 6% on promoted listings? That's a good question, Pacers. There's definitely a big difference in 2% and 6%. I don't think 5% and 6%. I guess because they're recommending more than likely 6. Might be a good test run though and see. Everyone getting 11.5 pink women's Vapor Max. I like that. Everyone's getting Vapor Max 2017 this year. I don't know, those are a little pricey. They were like 65, 69. Maybe the 44.99, the 39s at Burlington. I do 2.5 every listing. There we go, Danny. Depends how many listings you're competing with. Good. Stickers Envy, good point. I do 2 because I'm cheap. There we go. Josh Leva. All right. How are sales in general before we get started? eBay, Go, Amazon, Whatnot, Mercari, One Kick Finder. What's good? For me right now, eBay's still been consistent. No issues there. Whatnot, I did a massive 8-hour stream on Friday. That one went good. Goat, consistent. Mercari, actually, surprisingly, I've been keeping up. I would say the only thing not really doing good is, like I said before, the NBA jersey's still not really moving. I sold 1 NBA jersey on eBay. I sold a couple on Whatnot. Those didn't really make too much profit anyway. That was also just to kind of sell some stuff before we get more in. So that wise, I guess jersey wise, it's been slower. Hat wise been good. Shoes have been good. Shoes not on Whatnot, on eBay. People asked me yesterday in the live show, when are you going to start selling shoes on Whatnot? Answer is probably never. Shoes sell profitable on eBay, and that's where they will remain and go, not on Whatnot. But hats on Whatnot, lower cost of goods, those will remain. Vintage profit. Let me go back up. Let me see. Hustle Crow, sales are crap right now. I need to list ASAP. One Kick Finder. Goat is on fire, lucky on 3 legs. Mercari on fire, eBay consistent. There we go. eBay is great. Funky finds. And Palma slowing down. Average 800 to 1,000 per day for 3 platforms. Danny. Let me see. Sales have been on fire. StockX has been going crazy. Josh Leva. 50% less than last year. Hustle Crow. Mendes Finds. Go picked up last week. eBay steady. Unbelievably booming last 2 weeks. Sneakers. Envy. Living in New Jersey and working in New York. Need more time. Big Money Mo. There he is. Let me see. I'm pouching on eBay, sending to Amazon right now. Slim Pickens, what's up? Half the chat from New York, New Jersey. Mercari stepping it up. Goat is okay. Slim Pickens, I agree. You know, Mercari, I know it's kind of like one of those sleeper platforms. You're like, nah, why would I list on there? But I think for people that don't want to deal with authentication and good deal on Mercari, they'll do it. And they're paying for shipping too, just like they would on the other one. So I'm happy about that. Goat very good. eBay heating up. Yaroslav. Very good. All right, let me go back up and see. Oh, and Palma. Oh, I said slowing down. Now going into 2023, which when the B comes back, we're going to ask him, what is his game plan for next year? And more importantly, what is your game plan? In the chat, I want you to think about this for a little bit. We don't know what's going to happen in 2023. I know people say economy stuff, quit it with that. People are still buying, okay. But what about inventory-wise? What about sourcing-wise? Let's pretend that people are buying no matter what. What are you doing inventory-wise? Are you sticking to Ross, Burlington, Marshalls type of stuff? Are you still doing the thrifting stuff? The crazy thing is right now, some of the thrifting videos I've been watching, they were saying that they're actually struggling to kind of move, especially thrifted clothing, because new clothing is so cheap right now. You know, there's an overstock, and a lot of the people buying really cheap outlet deals can still be very profitable selling under retail, and it's brand new. Now, everything brand new and you have pre-owned, that's going to be very hard to compete with, especially something that's kind of overdone like clothing. So I can definitely see more of a thrift type of struggle there. And not only that, compare outlet, Ross, that kind of sourcing compared to the bins. The bins are all out mayhem, and they have been for the last 3-4 years. But I think more and more people getting into low cost of goods, thrill of the hunt, digging, and I think that part's also going to be rough. Very good point, Vegas Valet. A lot of thrift stores have also raised up their prices, like on shoes and even on clothing too. I've seen it big time. I saw this like 2-3 years ago on jerseys. Jerseys were like $25, $35. I was like, this never happened. They used to be, $9.99, $7.99, things like that. Let me see. I'm gonna go back to the chat and see what people are saying. Danny, I don't have a game plan. Probably not to source that much. Okay. Going all out because products will be cheap. Big Money Mo. Just like we talked about, especially brand new. You'll never lose on that end. And we're not even saying that you have to sell over the top big time ROI. I mean, you'll make 100% ROI even without having like a crazy price. I mean, you could still price decently and make money with cost of goods being so cheap and with there been so many finds out there. I'm concerned with Nike inventory right now, says Danny. Yaroslav, you will need bigger inventory to sell the same amount as sell-through rate will be lower. Thrift and discount stores will do way better. And I was saying the opposite. I was thinking that they were going to do worse. Well, maybe the sellers that source from there, pre-owned compared to brand new, if brand new is cheap. Outlet going to be loaded with retros. Josh Leva. Working on more inbound inventory. Vintage profit. Most things selling under retail on almost all platforms. There we go, Danny. For the most part, for sure. Rodolfo, sourcing on whatnot. There we go. Let me see. Josh Leib, I was at a conference where economists spoke last week. He said because of delays, we have a surplus of casual workout clothes and a shortage of dress clothes. Interesting. Plan in Palma. Get Hustler Hacks to sell shoes on Whatnot. Buy the shoes cheap from Hustler Hacks. Sell them on eBay. There we go. That's a game plan. In Palma. Glenn needs to consign on Whatnot. Danny. What do you think of Poshmark for sale of sneakers? I think any platform you can make the sales on, I would definitely do it. Poshmark does take more on the fee side of it, but I would take a sale more than no sale. I'm gonna let go of my old items and rebuild. Whatnot live stream coming soon. There we go, Slim Pickens. Being picky while sourcing, a lot of Nike out there. Let me see, 2023 year of bricks and maybe GS lost and founds if you can find some. No Ross, New Jersey, New York, one kick finder. Cheap sneakers on Poshmark due to 20% Hustle Crow. Here's another thing I was thinking about for 2023, and not necessarily killing at all prices people still aren't buying. Danny. Buying all these dummies, selling below retail on collabs with classic shoes, Rory Matt. Here's a thing to also think about. I think when people think about next level or improving for 2023, they think of more inventory, getting a warehouse, getting employees, and doing things like that. And I don't think that's necessarily true. I don't think that, I mean, growing your business wise, I would probably say, okay, I get it. That would be the next step for you. But for some of us, me included, I just enjoy the freedom more than anything else. Like, I don't want to have employees and figure out if they're going to be working hard or not. I don't want to have someone I have to be watching over to make sure they ship but instead they're on TikTok. And then on the opposite end, I don't want to pay rent for a warehouse. I don't want to have to deal with all these excess things when I can spend time with the wife, spend time with the daughter, whenever I want. I don't have to make sure someone's doing something. And so that's what I think is kind of like going into next year. I don't want you to think about it as far as, man, I have to take this business to warehouse level and stuff like that. I don't believe that's true. I think it's about finding out what is going to work for you business-wise, and more than likely that not only works for you, but you're happy to do that as well, day in and day out. And if you're happy going through the hunt, finding items, it's working for you, items are selling, you're still getting that freedom, you're paying the bills, that's what matters. Let me see, I sold 100 Uggs over the last 2 months, Sneakers Envy. I want to cut my inventory down. I like to get better at turning stuff around, Josh Leva. 2023 is the year of undercutters, Pacers. I would like a little shed warehouse in my backyard, maybe one day. That'd be dope. Yep, pivot people. Nate Ricks. Here's a thing to also think about is that when we would go to like eBay conferences and talk to like the big time sellers, a lot of the sellers focus on one or two items and that's it. That's all their inventory is. That's something that I would like to do for next year as well. Kind of like what Josh said, cutting inventory down. Maybe focusing, I think it's like a dilemma though. If you focus on a couple of items, I almost feel like, but am I losing out on these items here if I don't take it? Let's say for an example, you're going to Ross and you're like, you know what? I'm only going to focus on, to streamline my business, shoes and activewear. But yet you see profit in hats. You see profit in hoodies. You see profit in jerseys. You see profit in, you could go to other sections in the store, toys and other stuff. But is that also going to slow you down in the long run? And a lot of the big sellers, they're just like, I just focus on, let's say for hats, hats, and I'm done. And it also what really helps with streamlining though is like you only need like one or two boxes, and whatever it does sell, it's like it's done. Like it sells, you ship it, and it's gone. You don't have to worry about what am I gonna put this toy in? What am I gonna put this active wear? What if it's like a I don't know those I don't know, just something huge, overalls or something that's huge and heavy. Then you don't have to worry about that. It's just like quick, nonstop. All right, cool. I know what box is gonna go in. I can keep moving. Let me see. Yes, I like that model, but I can't fit it into my business yet, Rory Matt. And so that's why I think it's kind of like always on my mind. Should I just not source some of these other things that even though they will make money down the road, maybe not instantly, but to really keep the items down to only 2 SKUs, and you're done. Other than you, the two people I set my bar at is Chewbacca and Daily Refinement. There go Clark Kent. You know, Chris has done a lot of testing, um, and figuring things out on his own side on what works. And what I like about what Chris has done is that even though it's like he's tried so many different things, and I like that because you can't really knock something until you try it and see if that's actually going to work for you, and figuring it out on that end. But tech and sports is like that's a totally different level. I mean, that guy's got like multiple businesses down. Um, Let me go back up and see. But also depends where you live at. Like Chris has always talked about how living in California, I mean, he has to do a lot of multiple things to keep paying for those bills and to keep that going. He has employees, all of that. I live out in the boonies. I live in the desert here in El Paso. My cost of living is like 1/3 probably of what his is. And honestly, I would like to keep it that way. Hey, less bills, not worrying about that kind of stuff. If I can have more freedom, then I'm all for it. Let me go back up and see. What's the best hats to sell? Well, right now I'm doing a lot of sports, like teams and all of that. So, um, and a lot of it is like clearance closeouts or whatever I can get through in bulk. So I can't necessarily be picky. Like I only want Bills and Chiefs and winning teams. Because I have a ton of Lakers, which that's not by choice. Resellers buying all the Uggs in New York also they have stolen devices that locate inventory, then stay close to the stores to see when inventory comes in, like restocks, and have teams go to stores. Crazy. Vintage profit. I used to only buy jerseys, hats, and shoes, but I had to expand due to competition and store managers. Sold 500 worth of pants to one person yesterday. There we go. My boy Antonio, very true. I'm only picking clothes if it is a big item, maybe a 50 plus profit, but I'm 99% shoes. So there you go, sticking to technically kind of like that one model, which, like you said, shoes, 99%. Rory Matt, but hats and team gear seem to be what I am gravitating towards, besides shoes, and even I like cleats, runners, etc., that are not hype but necessary. All right, let me see. Create an LLC, then S corp. Looking to bank on yourself. Invest in real estate and silver. Oh, so there we go. Yeah, real estate, 100%. You can cut your expense if you move to Los Lunes. There we go. Roar and Matt. The boss says that cost of living in El Paso, Texas is more than San Antonio. What? That's wild. Let me see. I was talking about USPS and FedEx. Let me see. Yeah, my brother moved back and forth from Austin and San Antonio. I mean, cost of living in Austin is out of control. I mean, it keeps going up too. A lot of tech dudes moving over there. Austin used to be weird, not anymore. Let me go back up and see. You can use USPS boxes to ship FedEx and UPS. They don't care. Yeah, you can't. Well, you can't use the USPS for FedEx. I mean, unless they're taking it, but they've never done that with me and accepted it. You're speaking to facts. Used to live in Austin, Texas a couple of years ago. One gig finder. There we go. I'm doing shoes, streetwear, and hats, Rodolfo. So that's where my kind of where I am as far as business wise going to 2023. Like, what do I want to focus on one SKU, as in shoes, hats, or maybe just hats, maybe just shoes? I don't know. So that's kind of like my dilemma. On the opposite side, I think from content wise is also a difficult thing on my end, because now having a kid, I'm trying to figure out, do I want, what kind of, I guess, content do I want to create, and what kind of time do I have to create that kind of content. I'm not getting into TikTok. I know B started a TikTok. I'm not doing that. I'm not 13. I'm not 14. I don't want to do it. But I do have the YouTube following. And in-store finds are always great. Like, thrill of the hunt is always there. The problem is I haven't been going to a lot of these stores recently, with the inventory that has been coming in, and also with, of course, the time being, colder and things like that, with the baby being weeks old. Don't really want to be out and about right now. Just going to the post office, there's already a bunch of old people just coughing on everything. That alone, I'm like, come on now. we got a baby at the house. So I don't know. I've been thinking about podcast stuff. I know people have been wanting me to do something. BS13. I'm just making fun of them. With kind of content wise, maybe interviewing people and things like that, which I'm always interested in, like, other people's journeys on selling and what they're kind of into, and so I don't know. That's what kind of where I'm at right now. Let me see, Connor. Yeah. TikTok going to be banned in the US, says Yaroslav. Let me see. It'll be tracking you. There we go. Do a level up again without B. So that's also kind of difficult too. I mean, I would like to travel with B again and try to do that. We don't know with anything for 2023 when it comes on that side of it. And the reason why I want him also next time is I want to see what his game plan is, not only business standpoint, but from marketing standpoint. Like, where do you want to go? What are you thinking of kind of doing for next year and whatnot? Like I said before, I have no clue if it's gonna be around, like, booming after next year. I don't know. I feel like at some point people are gonna run out of money and maybe not buying a lot of things, because it is so quick. Or maybe I'm wrong, and maybe there's even more people buying that are trying to resell, like, and buying from, like, Rodolfo had said, like, buying from other sellers and flipping it somewhere else. So that's also another side that I have no clue. Let me see. Eric D. Philip B is done with reselling. You guys are going in different directions. Eric D could be. I mean, we're gonna see. Do a podcast with Jake. I haven't talked to Jake in a good while. I do need to see what he's up to. I'm available for out hustled if we go somewhere warm. Sneakers envy. We only have to go somewhere warm. I don't do well in the cold. Phone's already tracking you. You don't need TikTok. Oh, there we go. RNJ. Still waiting. Conspiracy show. Pacers. Let me see. One Kick Finder. Anyone interested in what it's like to work in New York and see all the shoe stores, jersey stores, NBA, NFL product, sports teams product looks like out here? That'd be dope. Let me see. I refuse to download TikTok. I don't trust. Oh, there we go. Kevin, what's up? What is something you want to accomplish before the year is over? Joanne. Something to accomplish? Probably like setting, business wise, definitely setting up the inventory for next year, as far as like what needs to get listed, what did non-payment not go through and took off my listing, and now it's sitting there that I'd overlooked. So I would think like getting everything listed and all inventory set right when the year starts, and then going from there to where like, hey, if I want to do a whatnot, I can now do these items, bring in these new items in, and just like keep it running without having to get stuck on inventory wise, is like what sold, what didn't sell. Let me see. We need B's weekly snacks. Jake's an actor now. Slim Pickens. So you guys are saying B's on a different thing. I'm a dad. Jake's an actor. Is Whatnot worth it? Whatnot has helped me really figure out inventory wise. I can tell you that much. Like, what I mean by that is, you know, selling items that didn't sell on other platforms, and why didn't they sell on other platforms, and if they sold on Whatnot, what was interesting about it, and really able to build up capital quicker too. But at the same time, the marketing that goes on the back end of it is also tough if there's not a following there. And so having a YouTube channel, of course, helps. Like, I'm not going to say that it didn't help, because it did. And it has. But someone like, let's say, DFW, who gets way more viewers than I do now on Whatnot, never had a channel, never had like a big social media, anything like that, but he's doing a lot of marketing on the Whatnot side, as far as like big time giveaways or running shoes every day. And I don't have that inventory either, of nonstop shoes. Now, I don't know profitability wise, like where he's at, what he's doing. But like that's a big time grind, shoes all the time. And then again, he also has a team, so he has like 2 or 3 people helping to ship. So that's another thing that I said that I definitely do not want. I don't want employees and things like that. So let me see. Whatnot is the GOAT for compulsive buying. Let me see. That's what DFW, and also they're pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, he's super cool dude. Like I said, we've met him years ago, and he didn't have that type of following. He didn't come in with like some of the other sneaker influencers or anything like that. He had to start from building up a following by doing more marketing, and he's getting a ton of viewers now. Let me see. You all 3 in different stages, me being Jake. Let me go back. Whatnot will be bought out as has not. What information to the customer? There's nothing to buy there. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're gonna see what happens with that too. Like, I've always kept an open mindset to where, like, to me, nothing shocks me anymore. Like, something goes down, something doesn't work anymore, things are changing. So for me, I'm like, anything could happen to any platform at any time. So that's why I'm not really like trying to push and saying that, I don't know, like things are bulletproof, because they're not. Let me see. I meant to say that will not be bought out. Oh, okay, there we go, Yaroslav. But then again, we also know Poshmark has their own live thing. eBay wants to get into the live thing. And when that happens, will people be interested or not? But a very good point. Like they were saying on the Poshmark side, let's say this. Let's say you're Sneakers Envy. I'm just pulling out a name there. But let's say you have great shoe inventory, and you go on, and now eBay does live selling. And you know that Sneakers Envy goes live every week on, let's say, a Wednesday, like today, at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, selling shoes. Are you going to track their store, see what they have, and instead of buying it right away or best offer or anything like that, you're just going to wait around until they go live, because you know it's not going to sell that high? Because that's what Poshmark is going, that's the struggle they're going with right now. Because they have people following their stores, and they have, like, let's say Jordan 1, Jordan 4, and they're like, well, I'm just going to wait until you go live, and when you have 30 people watching you, it's going to go cheap, and then I don't have to buy it from you on a best offer or buy it now. because I could just be patient. I'm in no rush. And that would be interesting because it pulls the item from your store instead of having to just, straight up reload or put in an item one by one. So if that's the case, I'll just wait until every streetwear or sportswear or NBA, NFL seller just sells items every week, and I'll just chill. And I already know what their store has because it's already been loaded there. So that would be also kind of like, oh man, that's where people were saying on Poshmark that live selling was killing their regular store. Josh Leva, I like watching the whatnots where the sellers get mad at people for lowballing, which always happens. But it always happens on every other platform too. How many eBay lowballers do we get every day? Rory Matt, DFW does pick up in Dallas by my old hood. It's great to get shoes and visit old hood. Reminded I'm out the ghetto now. Rory Matt. Let me see. I felt bad of people who bought lost and founds at 1,300. Dude, it was crazy. People were spending. First, I saw people spending $2,000, then 18, then 13, and then a lot of people still bought them at like 800-900. A lot of people lost a ton. A lot of people made good money, well, assuming they got a decent price on them. And then a lot of people lost a lot of money on those. A lot of that was like before release and things like that, so who knows? Joanne, we wait for regular store to go on sale. Why not wait for Poshmark? There we go. So let's see when the eBay, will that happen 2023? I do not know as far as eBay live goes. And we asked that for the chat, like, would you go live on eBay? And I think a lot of people said no. I can ask you that again. Would you go live on eBay in the chat? Yes or no? I set those minimum offers accepted. Don't waste my time lowballing. There we go. Sneakers Envy. A lot of people that did ask, I saw in other videos, so they were asking them, would you go live on eBay? A lot of people said no, because not from the reselling standpoint, but a lot of people said that I just don't have that like look and feel and energy in front of the camera to sell something. Like a lot of people were saying, like, I'm very quiet, I'm very shy, I don't have that kind of personality, more than kind of the sales part of it. So, which is another thing too, because anything could go wrong in a live show. Let me see. Let me go back. I don't have the personality to go live, but I'd put people to sleep. Josh Leva. You'll tuck people in. Only if Big Money Mo goes live. There goes Slim Pickens. I would do an eBay auction if they had reserve like they do in auto auction. Funky Finds. I would be interested in eBay auctions if there was just like a different, faster way to move inventory. This is kind of funny though, but there was up tempos that I wanted, because my up tempos, the Pippins, they were like yellowing and stuff. I was like, you know what? Let me treat myself to a new pair. Pre-owned, of course. I'm not gonna buy brand new. I'm hustler hacks. We don't have that type of money right now. Well, we do, but we don't want to spend it on that. This guy had up tempos on a 7-day auction. And I'm like, oh man. Compared to one show on Whatnot, where if someone was just selling it, like Sneakers Envy, I could just buy it. 7 full days on auction. This was day in and day out. I'm like, all right, still at the same price. Nothing's going on here. And finally, the day came around, put my bid, and won. Dude, it took forever. Let me go back. Let's see what the chat says. I don't want other resellers to see what my username is, so I wouldn't do it. There you go, Pacers. It depends on how many sales you got on eBay. More sales, more viewers you will get. Connor G. Laugh out loud personality and pink hair. I understand, don't understand all at the same time. Let me see. And then we go back. Let me see. If the fees are 0, I'm going live. Oh, I like that. Hell no, no. Oh, I didn't read the comments. No, no. Wait, eBay is doing a live. They are, but we don't know when. This could be 2023, 2025, 2030. Who knows? Car Ram says nope. Yarslov, no. Clark Kent, nope. Mendes Fines, no. Vintage Profit, bricks only. Slim Pickens, no. Laugh out loud. That's true patience right there. Slim Pickens, yeah, no shoes is wild. All right. So that's where we're at right now. Let's see what happens once next week. I think we'll have one more live show, and then it will be a nice holiday time, and then we'll figure out what to do for 2023. I'm also interested to see what do you guys think stores will be in January? Will Ross, Burlington, and Marshalls be as empty as they usually are in January? Yes or no? Or do you feel like there's going to be so much overstock that there's still going to be quite a bit sitting? Like, not completely dead, but decent inventory that they still got to figure out what they're going to do with. That's how I feel it's probably going to be. I don't see them. I mean, yeah, Christmas time's always booming, but they got a ton of stuff. A lot of stuff right now. When the racks are so packed in there, or when you can't even, like, even the clothes, you can't even, like, see what the shirt is because there's so many of them. It's crazy. So much junk at Marshall's right now. Will. Especially with the front, they like loaded it up with holiday gifts. And they're all over the place. Stuff that dad gifts, you know, like a little like a automatic screwdriver, you know, like a mug that heats up on its own, massage stuff. Burlington racks packed because the price is too damn high. Hustle Crow. Next year will be better than 2018, 2019 finds wise. There we go. Discount the merch. They will. They'll slowly go down on the clearance and go from there. My Ross in Burlington is a hot mess right now. Shoes everywhere. There will be sales galore. A lot of overstock. Newer seen that much being more than ever. They're still holding on to quarantine merch. Vintage Profit. I can see some overstock still coming. Let me see. What up, Stevie D? There he is. Yikes, the same with my Marshalls. They have all the dad gifts in the front. Floors are just caked in all kinds of finds, brand new products at Ross. It was hazardous. You could fall, you could trip. Clothing all full of dust, especially pants. They get dragged on the floor, all dusty and dirty. My Ross had nothing, just Reeboks. Burlington is just getting an overstock of outlet stuff. That's why it's so flooded on eBay. So they are getting a lot of the overstock from outlets and a lot of random sizes. So that's why we say you gotta be picky on what you're picking up, especially the size 12 women's, 11.5 women's. It's like size 6 men's, 5 men's, depending on what it is, you'll take that risk. If it's like a GT cut, you're going to take it. But if it's something that's not necessarily there, do not force that. There's no need. You should get Stevie D on the show. So that's what I'm talking about for next year, is like be able to talk to more people. And I don't want them to have to, like I said, have a face for radio and not necessarily they have to show their face or anything. I mean, I got to talk to Mo. I've only had Mo on a couple of times. Definitely got to get Mo on. Jake, I got to get Jake back on, see what he's up to, and things like that. So that's what I'm kind of thinking about. I think would be cool for next year. Lucky on Three Lakes, 6 months ago, every store is dry. There's nothing to buy. Now everything is flooded and lowballers everywhere. Resellers were never happy. Lucky on Three Lakes. Well, also because I mean, but that's our business, right? Like it's a roller coaster. We're gonna have ups and downs, and that's why a lot of people can't do it because they want it to be 100% every minute. They want to go 100 miles per hour. Everything sells right away. As soon as you source it, it sells for 100% ROI nonstop, and you're good to go. That's not realistic. And so, ups and downs for having your own business is something that it's like we've gotten used to it, but yet things still shock us, I guess. And so we're always making adjustments and pivoting, whether it is from inventory, where we're getting inventory, where we're selling the inventory, platform wise, capital wise, freedom. You know, there's a lot of things that come into play, and that's where we're at. Let me see. Would be a great guest. There we go, Eric D. 100%. Yeah, that would be something for sure I want to do. They want 100% ROI, and they want it instant too. It's got to be fast. You know, how many family members or friends have you had to where, hey, can you help me out and sell this for me? You know, and I'm like, here we go. But it needs to sell right away. I need to get this amount of money. Well, see, now we're not being realistic. Let me go back up. You think they're gonna restock Jordan 11s? On the Cherry 11s, it wouldn't surprise me if they did. Let me see. But that's which I also brought that up too. I mean, sales right now on that, like we said, you'd have to sell that one quick, because sales on that, they're pretty low right now. I mean, what was it? Let me see. Size 9, 267, 265, 9.5. And then for grade school, you know, some of them are under retail right now on grade school. Hit that like button. Appreciate that, Denny. All right, so man, we've just been kind of talking about random stuff. I actually like the shows where we just talk about random stuff like this more than going through some of these releases and stuff. Sometimes I really don't even care what comes out. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Let me see. Where else are we? I do like the finds though. Drawing guy, what's up? Sold my Cherry 11 super fast. Made some lunch money. Got my finish line points. There we go, Josh Leva. Late shipments hitting the stores right now on the 11s. Snickers Envy. One Kick Finder. I had a coworker tell me after I let him know I sell on eBay, and he would sell me some items and then I'll make a lot of money once I've sold them. I had to pay them first. I'm not a rookie. Come on. I think those boats that were stuck during are finally unloading. The restock is crazy every day on lots of shoes. Sold my Cherry 11s in 5 minutes, 450 profit. There we go, Danny. Got them quick. Which was the smart move. We talked about that we'd have to move quick if you were picking up the 11s. Okay, so let me add this to stream. Now this I care about because this is a shoe that I remember buying when I bought this pair at Finish Line when no one cared. And I was like, dude, playoffs are coming out? This had to have been 2000, does it say on here? When was the last release? Maybe 2008, 2009? It's been a while on the playoff 13s. But there's the February 18th. Price at $210. There we go. That's an OG classic colorway, 100%. They look good too. Oh, 2011. There we go. All right. Reverse Laney. Interesting. Women's exclusive. And I'm not going to lie. When I first saw this photo, I was like, those are kind of dope. I think I like them because they're a little different. Reverse Laney, but it is a women's colorway that comes out also February 2023 at $180. And then Just like, you know, is there enough pandas out there? Let's try panda on a Jordan 1 low. They're like, what? That's a crazy idea. Yep, here we go. Panda trend will continue into 2023 on the Jordan 1 low panda. 110 spring 2023. There we go. Those are gonna do numbers. I need them Jordan 11 size 7 Air Max Frank X Panda. And then stuff that's coming out this week. Let's just skip some of these. Jordan 1 Dunk Low Mineral Slate. Clean, but 120. Fire Red on the Jordan 9. 200. And what do you think about this? Jordan 9, kind of an underrated shoe, and a lot of people don't care for them. The color's not bad, but I mean, I don't see them going crazy on Reseller or anything like that. Sakai on the Cortez Iron Gray. Interesting. Man, look at that. 180 on these? Zoom Cortez. That's wild. And this part right here in the back. George Costanza would definitely not rock these. On a Zoom Cortez? Let me see. Passed on it. Had EA on finish line. Josh Leva. Trash. Ruined these with a patent on the 9. Next, okay, so Travis Scott on the Phantom 150, and this will be tomorrow. And I feel like out of all the Jordan 1 low Travis, this is my least favorite. I just feel like there's, and for me, someone that I enjoy wearing black, I don't know, I don't see really anything too great on this one. Of course they're going to be hyped. Of course they're going to sell high. Of course you want to get it to resell. But I guess collection-wise, I really don't see anything too special with this. Oh, best colorway, Slim Pickens. Interesting. Super simple. You can adjust them down, up or down. Slim Pickens. The Waiter Travis Scott. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Especially with it, I mean, with it being all black. Rocking these, working at Whataburger. You got the all black Travis Scott Jordan 1 lows on. Real or fakes, up to you. Let me see. 1,500 right now. Exactly. I mean, like I said, the money's going to be there. All right, let me see. Next. Air Force 1 low, Billie Eilish. Air Force 1 low with sustainable practices using leftover scraps and forming some Frankenstein looking Air Force 1 low. I mean, at least the colors are clean, right? Kind of like a camo green, tan, olive green. But other than that, there's nothing to see here. Let's see, I would die if anyone in the food industry rocking these real or fake. Not Whataburger. Oh man. Connor says they're clean. Next. Ambush on the Air Force 1. Nice on the rubber swoosh. More Air Force 1 low. Interesting on that green. Looks like a brighter green. Interpretation has been dubbed the Pickle Rick colorway by fans. Pickle Rick Ambush Air Force 1 low. Not bad, but a pass. Next. Oh, they even got it's like a Laker. Oh, it says blue and yellow. Looks a little purplish on here. Kind of blue purple. Stussy in the Air Penny 2. Not needed. I think all we really need is OG pennies. I don't think any of this is really needed. $200. Black on black is actually kind of dope though, but I don't know. Pickle Rick, good Celtics color, Air Force One pickle. And then this one, vivid green suede with black. Looks like red on the air unit. And a reflective by the heel tab. Stussy Penny 2, nice but not needed, 100%. I think they'll definitely be like a kind of clearance, kind of overstock. Maybe some boutiques and stuff will probably just have them there. And then we'll see what to do with them after that. Let's see, next. And finally, the SB Dunk Low Sandy with, of course, the clear where they cut them is here on the shoe. So, would you rock these? Here's a question. Does Travis Scott merch have any resale value? 100%. Are going to go under retail for penny. What do you think these are going to sell for? I know they had exclusive kind of like packages that went out for this, and then now they're coming out at 130 and a super rare eBay inspired. How do we feel? These are for display use only. Hell nah, positive outcome. No doubt they clean. Let me see. What the hell? Clark Kent, 350-ish. Sneakers Envy. Interesting. Would you rock these? Would you rock them barefoot? You see the foot in there. That'd just be weird. You got all the foot fetish, people coming in. Zero chance, KC. Flip and fold. Gonna be hard to cop, Danny. So 350-ish. I'd be interesting to see what they go for in the very end when they do come out 130. I'll be on Saturday, December 17th. Let me see. I was gonna tear into these shoes, but it looks like designer already did that for me. They get foggy if you sweat. Yeah, there we go. Condensation from all the sweat. They're gonna fog up. That feet steam. Oh man. How's the creasing on these? Let's see, they cut the most important part of the check off. Right there. Are these really even gonna hold up too? I mean, I feel like I don't know. I've never seen them in person, so condensation. Laugh out loud, Danny. Clark Kent. All right, is that it? Oh no, Jordan 7 Cardinal. Interesting. With 210 on another Jordan 7. And last time it was retroed back in 2011. So clean, Cardinal 7, but another Foot Locker finish line sitter. Conversation started for sure on the eBay. What's going on outside? The neighbor put on like wild Christmas lights. I just feel like this every time she turns them on. Like I don't trust. Like something's gonna go wrong. Hoping they sit. There we go. Nobody trying to buy 7s right now. All right, we are done. And going to the cherries, if you wanted to see what the market looks like right now on StockX, 269 on a 10. Man, my size 11, 280. Remember, they are 225 plus tax and or shipping, depending where you got them from. 295, 300. Clark Griswold neighbor, yeah, he put up like a lot of random stuff this year. Let me see, 265, 267, and size 13 at 305. So that's where we're at. Now, grade school, like I said, there's something under retail. Of course, the small sizes, which predictable, but even for the good 5.5 and 6, we're at 188 and 190. So I think 185 was the retail on these. Yeah, there we go. 185. So grade school, probably still sitting at some of your malls right now, I would think. All right, let me get this out of the way. Man, I got a long show today. I got the Supreme Snowman and a giant Bucky's beaver for my yard. That's dope. Bucky's. Let me see. I'll return my GS pair and bought hugs. I make more money off a pair of superstars. Exactly. The bricks, where it's at. You don't gotta buy the hype. Okay, let me get this in here. Share screen. Here we go. All right. Nomad Expert. Oh, Tech Fleece Pants. And the Flight 89s. One of my top 10 favorite sneakers, but I left them. Comps were eh. Clean shoe though, classic shoe, but 65 is pricey on them. Next, let me see. Richard. More polo jackets. I think Richard we did see. Oh, we saw this one last time? Or is it the same one? Or is this new jackets? Because Richard's on the prowl, so I don't know if we saw that last time. I don't think so. Speaking of superstars. And the Jordan Flight hoodies. I think the B had a ton of these he was selling and whatnot. All right. Funky Finds. Oh, $40. Size 8.5. On the Kyrie. Dope on the Astros. Should be easy money on the jersey. All right, let me see. Very, very far photo. On the Jordans on hold for an employee. They were $27. Got here too late. Youth. Next. Oh, Broadway B, my boy. On some sales. 40 on Southtown Finds. Vapor Max, 5.5. And 40 for the women's. And 39 on the LeBrons in a size 6. Oh, new jackets. There go Richard. Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, I don't remember seeing that post on here. Hustle Crow, polo jacket, $70. Burlington. 300 retail. There's some other ones there. Very nice. 348 retail. And they're $80. Comp's actually pretty good on the women's blazers. Blazer high. And let me go back up. Oh man, look at this. Tri-sneaker deals. Look at this straight mayhem from this Burlington. How are they going to rebuild? Let's see, can we make this bigger? Can we zoom in? This is the car. Oh, this isn't even the, I thought this was like the dad section. This is the car into, this is a weird combo. Home stuff. Hurricane. Savages. Black Friday. Automotive-ish section. Yeah, wild stuff everywhere. Question for the chat. Have you guys been going to your small Burlingtons? You know which Burlingtons I'm talking about. The half-assed Burlingtons. They're like 1/3 the size from a regular big Burlington. They're starting to get more of these showing up around your cities. And I found for the most part, these new Burlingtons don't have like more Nike, more higher end. I say higher end as far as like compared to Nautica, that kind of stuff. I feel like they have more of those type of items. Yes or no? No, we don't get that in our locations. Contner. Small Burlingtons are the worst. See? Pacers knows what's up. Cornelius got in a fight in that island. Man, Cornelius, we hadn't heard from him in a while. What is he doing? Yes, actually getting luck with them. Okay, there we go, Danny. I like that. You got to go to all Burlington getting inventory. Yarslav. I only have small Burlington. Hustle Crow. They have a lot of RBX. Jarslava. Glenn, the Burlington by me here in Grapevine got hit by a tornado. It's a small Burlington. Resellers gave up on the small Burlington, says Danny. Interesting. So there we go. Okay, let me go back. Where are we? Air Max 2017. Ross, another day, another flood. Outlet. Sneaker flip find. And what else do we get? Oh, there you go. 135, size 9. Man, what happened to these? Oh, GT cut. Jordan 1 mid. PGs 55. Jordan 1 low. On outlet finds. Let's see. Mendez finds. Burlington pickups. 45 in the Vapor Max. Blazer high and cleats. Sneaker pickers. What's up? So many finds was outsourcing. Yeah, I like that. Can't go in Burlington. Too much line to check out. Especially when your Burlington has like 12 to 15 registers, but yet they only have 3 open. And that line's wrapping around that whole thing. And they want you to just go through the junk on your way to the register. They want you to look at all the socks, the underwear, the candy. Not gonna happen. Burlington be trapping there with Clark Kent. Next. Mendez finds lightsaber, $60. There we go. I don't know what the resale is on these. Next, flipping kicks. Flights finally leaving the outlet. And now here at Ross, which we saw this one a little bit earlier. Let's see. Next, outlet. Fly kicks flip. Decent pickups. Dunk low, 72 on the Halloween. Resell and lightsaber over 100. There we go. Actually, a double saber if you get 2. Lady the other day had a cart full and was paying with 2 separate checks. Oh, man. Let me see. Next. Up tempos for the kids. Black and purple, 35. And a Zoomfly 4. We're going to see this again. This is from Windhorse. Outlet grind. Dunk highs were 60, Air Max 270 were 80. On mint foam washed teal for women's. All right, 30 Mile High Hustle on, let's see, Ross Burlington, both with the outlet leftovers. Many overpriced and flooded styles with bad sizes. Still grabbing the 2017s for a quick 25 profit though. So 47 on those. Like we said, a lot of the recycled and creator stuff has been showing up, not only at Burlington Ross, but outlets as well. The 97s, more people have been finding these. LeBron's at 40. VaporMax ladies 11.5. 45. Air Max 2090 overpriced at 65. And the Metcons at 45. All right. We've got Burlington all day, just fly 19 on the cleats. LeBron's as well. And the Golf. 97s, VaporMax, and Hirachi. There we go. Zoomfly 4, great running shoes. Jacket, Indy Finds. $500 3-in-1 parka. Tag was missing, so they ran it up for $29. Like that. There we go. $500 retail. Let me see. Another cart. Having a Nike day. Golf 270, which we talked about that one last week. And the 2017s, the black one and the gray one. Let me see. Outlet Grind. Everything on hash discount right now. And then we got polo jackets again. Richard. Oh, different polo. There you go. Army jerseys. There's the Flights. We talked about them earlier. Nike tee. Polo jacket. Some of the Adidas at 37 and the Dame. And some of the cleats. Let me see. Are people really picking up the 97s? Intramorph. I know a lot of people that have been leaving them. On certain sizes on them. I think the colorway is clean, but I do not know what the market looks like. Broadway B, goat sales on fire. Let me see. Chai sneaker deals. There's the Jordan 1 low. 43. And the Air Max at 35. Next to a beautiful, lovely RBX. There's the red one. Funky Finds. More 2017s. I'll take them. 60 instead of 65. Let's try that senior discount. Everything helps. There we go. So interesting why they did that. I like the red one actually better than the gray one. What is everybody doing? Have anybody else seen the red one out there in the wild? Are you leaving it, picking it up? Does 60 compared to 65 matter to you? Or are you passing in general because of the flood? Mini flood. Somewhat flood. Maybe it's a strong flood. I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, the red ones are nice. Haven't seen them. Danny. I like the color too. Comps are bad. Just saw the red ones today in a size 8 and passed on them. So there we go. Slim pickings. Haven't found one yet in Intramorph. But if I find the reds in my size, I'm tempted to keep for personal. I agree. They are clean. Funky Finds. I found 5 at my first store. Don't be afraid of the flood. That's why you need to wear high waters, baby. Just the black and gray one. There we go. I haven't seen the reds, but black pair is sold for me, so whatever works. Done and done. All right. Sinister Profits. And Amamanye. Do I even say it right? $17 on the pants. $17, Ross. And yes, they are on StockX as well. I don't know what size. I can't see what size this one was. And it doesn't even say on the tag, so. But who knows? Maybe more of these out there. That's dope. In black. And has that kind of like a cargo pant or pocket and stuff. Don't know the material and don't know the retail on them either. All right, next. Size 16, Funky Finds, down to 23 on the Kyries. We got a cart full again. Mendez finds. Looks like Presto, Docks, and Cleats. Leva, there we go. Leva, my boy, on Olympic team on the jacket, and Vapor Knit gloves at 13. We also got OTF sneakers, Jordan 1 highs, sitting at Burlington in Dallas. They are a size 4 in men's, a little small. Does come with that little stash pocket. $70. I remember when these came out. I think my boy Hustle in Silence liked them. I think he picked up a pair for himself. But they are here in a smaller size at Burlington. So anybody else seeing any Jordan 1s at Burlington? Yes or no? Let me see the chat. I'm also kind of like a little delay, so. Tech Fleece pants do good for me, Danny. Yeah, Tech Fleece always been pretty strong. Almost on any platform. Even Whatnot. Let me see. The Jordan pouch thingy, Connor. Next. Oh, our last ones. Funky Finds, Jordan Fleece, and Nike Kyrie. So 25 on those pants. Nashville Predators on the jersey. Kyrie's at 50. And more cleats as well. Then, I think I skipped this one. The same cleats at 25 on the Vapor. Air Force One, ladies, $43. Air Max 97s, man, I haven't seen this style in a while. On the reflective, like splatter design. More. We saw this one a little bit earlier. Ultra Boost, 45. Size 7 at 50, 40, $37. Ladies on the waffle. Dame. And mini tiny up tempos. Looks like a Tampa Bay Bucks colorway or something. There we go. The stashes. I found some Tech Fleece at the big sizes, so I'm eating this winter. There we go, Rory Matt. All right, and Sinister Profits again. Men's size 10, $50. The same ones that Mile High found. On the ladies, Blazer Low. The Robinson jerseys on tie-dye. 3 of them. Nike jacket and Sherpa. Bestseller, there you go, $20. Sonic the Hedgehog gaming combo set. I might need this for my live shows. Look at that, sold for $100. Done and done. All right. Looking for those Air Max, slim pickings. Went through the finds. Anything else you want to talk about? We got a long show today. What, hour 20 minutes? Clean show. And we are in, what, December 14th. So it looks like Friday, Saturday is going to be our last days you can trust USPS to get something in on time. So I think we're going to get some last minute sales. They've already been coming in this week anyway, but don't trust them if they want their gifts right away. And it's already the 23rd. Good luck. Longer show, the better. There you go, Connor. I like that. Great live as always. Appreciate that, Slim Pickens. Why no find those Mitchell and Ness jerseys? I'll take any, Rory Matt. Thanks for the live. Appreciate that. Loving this show because the Mavs are laying eggs right now. Mavericks. Got 3 during the live. I like that, Danny. How's the baby? Southtown. Baby's doing good right now. Just eating, pooping, peeing, sleeping. All I can really do right now. I'll see you on Sunday in the final. Yes, sir. Argentina, my twin. Di Maria, he's ready. I make no promises on when I'll get there. There goes Sneakers Envy. All right. Oh, and Saturday, how dare they? Dolphins have to play in the snow. It's bad enough they can't even beat the weak Chargers. Now they got to play the Bills in the snow on a Saturday night. Let's see what happens. Argentina for Southtown. Happy holidays, everyone. RJ. I'll definitely see you guys next week. We got one more show on Wednesday. Hopefully the B will be good to go and he won't be traveling. He might not. I don't know yet. We'll see when he comes back into town. And we'll talk 2023 again for the next show, getting into next year. So I'll come up with some new some other ideas, other things to talk about for Wednesday. Nomad Expert, what's your best sale of the year? Not necessarily individual sales. I think the combination of certain hats have done well. More than anything, because even shoes I haven't really been. Well, no, because shoes I'm starting to sell a little bit more, but that's probably what I would just say. More bulk on hats than anything has been good. Tyreek needs MVP votes. Picking up fumbles and running it in for touchdowns. We can't run an offense like that. All right, guys, we're done. I appreciate it. We got a long show. Keep the sales up. Keep it going. And we got one more week. Take a break next week on that Friday, or after this Friday, because USPS, they're going to be lost. They're going to be wild. They're going to be all over the place. Stuff may not get there on time. So you have those pesky customers. They want it next day, and it's the 23rd. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. All right, have a good weekend. Appreciate it. Go out and get it. See ya. Done.